I want to see this game do well. I want it to do decent amount of numbers. I want to have a good player experience that travels by word of mouth and catches on like wildfire. But in order for it to do all of this, we need to first address minor issues that could hamper these desires. I know that this was just a demo, but any criticism it receives are chances for improving the game overall. So let me list off 5 suggestions and tweaks that can be made to make this game great. My name is LoveArc, and I make content that is and related to the Armored Core series in any way, shape, or form. This isn't my first go around with Daemon X Machina, and quite frankly, it was one of the reasons why I bought the Nintendo Switch back in the day. So you can imagine my excitement when Titanic Scion demo was available. I'm enjoying my playthrough so far, and I want to express my suggestions in this video in hope that the developers can apply it sooner rather than later. With that being said, let's get started with the video. Let me start off by saying this. The flying in this game feels amazing. Any opportunity to whiz around something at the speed of sound is a joy. But there is a slight suggestion that I can make to be applied to this gameplay feature. As the present moment, regular movement on the ground seems to be faster than the movement while airborne in hover mode. It's kind of jarring when you're running on the ground and you jump up and switch to hover mode and it kills your momentum. Now, this could be done intentionally for balancing concerns, but at least allow the character to keep the initial momentum while switching to hover mode and allow the physics to slow down the pace to the regular hover mode speed. Right now, the only way to get this continuous sensation is to use the quick dodge functionality, which eats stamina quick. I can see this as a quick programming fix that the players won't notice initially, but gradually appreciate the continuous gameplay flow during high-demand combat. I'll be the first in line to admit that I was in the same camp that was saying, what's the point of vehicles and rideable objects, when we can just fly around everywhere? Somehow there's a certain charm about vehicles when all your buddies hop in and allow the other player to take the wheel and to drive them to the next destination. And I can see some utility with the vehicles since the game will have missions that require the player to move or carry something to a specific destination on the map. Throw it in the back and let's ride. Here's a minor tweak though that can be done with the vehicles. Can we add a bit more gravity physics to the vehicles because it feels like we're driving on the moon. You hit one bump and suddenly you become Evel Knievel. That can be easily fixed with a bit of programming variable reassignment. Also, the vehicle wants to flip too much, and they have it currently where it will get to a certain point of flipping and then stop, which is a little disjointing. If it wants to flip, let it flip. But the current physics is making this aspect happen too often. I know this will be patched at a later time, but some of the textures are not loading up or shifting when the camera and player reach a certain point of visibility. As someone that programs, I know this is just how the code is put together currently to make it work. Optimization will be looked into after the official launch of the game. Now, this is more of a personal preference, but I would like to have an option on how the ascending and descending controls work while in flight mode. Currently, you enter flight mode by double tapping the jump button. You ascend by holding that jump button in the air, and you descend, which basically cuts off the engine, by double tapping and holding the jump button. It took me a while to kind of grasp that concept of control scheme, and I can see why they did it. This is so that the player doesn't have to use extra processing power while flying in high demanding situations. But I'm and other veteran players would probably like it better if the character hovered downwards continuously, even if it was gradual. Since the game was inspired heavily by the mecha genre staples like Armored Core series, You would think that they would have adopted that aspect. It also gives the weighty feeling instead of just feeling weightlessness, which was kind of one of my gripes about the first one. Giving the player options in today's time will only help the player experience during this game. Once again, this is a personal preference. In this game, we have the choice to show off our character design while in our arsenal state. That's the mecha suit for those that don't know. Since we're giving this option, the attire should be more than 2 to 3 outfits currently available for the game. I believe this was the same amount in the first game when you first was designing your character in the beginning. This is going into the fashion or stylish design genre of the game, where I'm sure many of us out there, including myself, spending an unnecessary amount of time developing a look just for the drip. Give us about 4 more attires to pick from, and I'm sure we can come up with some amazing looking humanoid fashion statements. So let me know down in the comments what you think about these suggestions. Are there any of them that resonate with you, or were there some that I missed that you feel should be known? Any attention for this game is good attention for the community and the developers. Overall, I'm excited for this game and will be playing it on day 1. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for any updates or changes regarding to this game that I plan on covering. Thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you all on the battlefield. Until then, take care, stay safe, and stay fly, Raven.